Welcome back to another episode of Comedy Pinata, live from Zanies in Nashville. We'll get to our guests shortly. But, of course, we always got to thank our sponsors, Sue the Collector. Credit cards, student loans, mortgages, car loans, hospital bills. Do you know you have a lot of rights if ever these ever go to debt collections? That's right. Consumers, not debt collectors, have a huge list of rules they have to abide by, and that's where the law firm SueTheCollector.com comes in. SueTheCollector.com is a national consumer law firm that only helps consumers. The lawyers at Sue the Collector have helped literally thousands of people turn the tables on debt collectors and put an end to the illegal harassment, abuse, and repeated phone calls that many people find themselves subjected to through no fault of their own. The lawyers at SueTheCollector.com can help everyone in all 50 states. They've won millions for consumers over the years and have canceled over $1 billion in consumer-related debts. Aaron, how much is that? That's right, it's a...
$1 billion?
That's right. Right now, they really want to speak to anyone that's had their car repossessed. Did you know consumers do not have to allow repo men to take their car against their will? In most cases, you can actually legally refuse to let them take your car. If you've ever objected to a car repo and they still got your car against your will, you may be sitting on a very valuable case. So call Sue the Collector's office right now, 1-877-BAD-REPO or 1-877-223-7376. Again, that's 1-877-BAD-REPO or 1-877-223-7376. They're open right now to take your call. Again, it's 1-877-BAD-REPO. And of course, when we do that, I'd love to do like a flashback where we go in and zoom in on Aaron's face where he's thinking about what the correct answer is. But joining me to my right, Aaron Weber.
Hello.
From the Nateland podcast. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, buddy. And we're waiting for Chance Willie. He's late. Obviously, he must have had the bobber must have dropped in the lake, and he's reeling in the big one today. But we're not waiting too long. So obviously, this is a very, very special episode. I'm very excited about this one. Everybody's seen the events unfold on stage at the Oscars. Every comedian has an opinion. Every comedic podcast is talking about what happened between Chris Rock and Will Smith. But nobody else is going to go through the library of videos that exist and show comics getting their ass handed to them on stage. And it comes in many different variations. First off, what's your hot take on what happened? What did you think?
I'm Team Will Smith, dude. You know,
You're Team Will Smith?
Absolutely not. No, I don't know. I haven't met anybody in real life that had that opinion. I see it a lot online, but I think most reasonable people watch that and you're like, this is insane.
Yeah.
What happened? And then I watched his speech and I was like, this guy's not well. You know, that was my takeaway. I was like, this guy's going through something.
100%.
And I don't know what, but Chris Rock is wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, it's weird that that's the straw that broke the camel's back in that moment. But I will say, I talked to somebody who had a different take on this whole thing, on the whole thing, and I thought, this is pretty interesting perspective. So his take was, go back to Ricky Gervais, right? Mm-hmm. Go back to Ricky Gervais at Golden Globes. And now look, I love Ricky Gervais, and I thought at the Golden Globes it was fucking hilarious. Yeah. But this individual's perspective was, think about some of those jokes, right? And think about like, back in the day, you're at the Oscars or the old roasts. There was like this cachet of kind of like surface insults.
Yeah.
But when you're Ricky Gervais and you're saying like someone's actually recovering from substance abuse or whatever and making fun of that person to their face or whatever, and it's like really low blow kind of shit. They're all just sitting there and they're taking it and they're taking it. And, you know, what's up, buddy? So Chance Willie joining.
You talking about my ex-wife right now? She was taking it and taking it and taking it. What's up, guys?
From your neighbor?
Sorry, Aaron's clean. I know sorry. How was it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. She was taking my kids to a birthday party. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, there we go.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
We're talking about obviously the incident that unfolded. I think whereas comics, we're all probably on Team Rock.
Will Smith's side.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool, yeah.
I don't know. I'm just shocked that it all went down the way it did. I watched it over and over again to ad nauseum, but I feel so bad for Chris Rock. And after that smack, every comic knows that moment because whether it's physical or verbal, you know that moment of like recovery.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, the wheels start turning. And when he was introduced in the documentary, he was stammering, he was flubbing lines, he was written out. You could see
we are
he's
here
trying.
to.
Yeah. Oh,
To give a documentary.
We are here to give a documentary. Did you see? He went. I could. Never mind. You know, like he almost was about
went
to
there,
like
yeah.
say some like really dark, fucked up.
and I think
Hollywood
that's
shit.
why.
Yeah.
That's why most people are like Chris Rock was first class, because you know he could have turned it into a street fight in that moment.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
he didn't.
Yeah.
Well, I think also there's an added pressure to have some amazing bit about it, right? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
because
now
now his whole tour selling like crazy. Did you see the clip that got leaked from the show last night where he walked out and
I'd
addressed
read
it?
that
He just said, like, I don't have a lot on it yet.
yeah.
I got a whole show I wrote before this.
Sure.
But, you know, I'm still processing what happened.
Look, some of his best friends are the greatest comics in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, are you going to tell me that he's not going to sit around with Chappelle
Yeah.
or any of those comics and not just
Chappelle
have
Lacey?
a field day of going, talk about Oasis, and just sit there and hash out some fucking Class A, Grade A.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be bigger than the moment. It's going to, knowing them and him being such a social commentary, it's gonna be social commentary on where stand-up is.
Right.
And this was headed. It's almost like all this was converging towards this moment, anyways, with, the power of jokes and words matter, and people like Judd Apatow, for example, coming out a few months ago or like a year or two ago saying words matter, you got to be careful with what you say. And then he's defending Chris. It's like, dude, pick a fucking side. Shut the fuck up.
He said Chris could have died from that punch. That's what that was his take.
No, Judd Apatow would have died from that punch. Because he's an indoor cat who's never been in a fucking fist fight in his life. So how much shit goes down at a synagogue, I don't fucking... Okay, so...
This is most of
I
the
ask-
podcast. He tries to like disparage people we one day hope to work with.
That's what
Please do. And if you work with Judd Apatow, you should get a writing credit.
Can I ask you, I don't know if this is something you want to talk about later, but what is your personal experience with this? Have you been attacked on stage
Fuck
and
yeah.
punched? And so
Fuck yes. I was at the Comic Strip Live. It was my birthday. I was 25, I think.
first of all, how many sad birthdays do you have as comedians? I've had several. Alone in a hotel room.
like,
what am
really?
I doing?
Is this how it's gonna? Yeah, eating Dominoes.
Yeah, dude.
Happy birthday to
But I was at a.
You got a gun in your hands?
I was at the comic strip, and I worked on this new bit. When you're like a young comic, it's so excitable, right? Like, fuck, I got to try this out tonight. And so I go out there, and I go to the comic strip. It's the end of the night. There's maybe 12 people in there. They introduce me, and as I go on stage, like this group of maybe like 8 people stand up, and they're doing the bill. They're talking the bill out, and they're all like, I mean, this is like Jersey Shore, right? So they're yapping. I go, guys, come on, man. And I'm maybe 4 or 5 years in right now. I did not have the experience to handle this moment or situation of what's to come.
Yeah.
So I'm barreling through, and they keep talking, and the one guy says something. I go, oh, thank God the Lincoln Tunnel's open 24 hours, so you guys can get home back to whatever, like it was Jersey Slam or something like that. And then he called me a chink. And then another guy called me Jackie Chan. And then the girl that was there was like, ding dong, ching chong, ding dong. And I was like, and now I'm seeing red, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because again, I was such a young comic. I didn't know you got to be better than the moment. You got to control the room.
Right.
You're the puppet master. And if you give in, you're going to lose the room. And I gave in that night.
No.
I go, somebody shut that cunt up. Next thing I know, and that's always the sign of a bad story. Next thing you know, like these, in comedy clubs, they always have these iron cast like seats.
Yeah.
One of the dudes hurls one of the chairs. I have just enough time to turn around. It gashed the back of my head open, split it open. Blood is pouring down my neck. It feels like hot tea or something. And Big J. Okerson saw it, runs inside, and like, I think gets in the way. And some other comics ran in, and a waitress gave me a towel, and she's like, you got to go to the hospital. I was like, is it that bad? She's like, yeah, I can see like the inside of your head. She's like, you gotta go.
Man, dude.
So I went to the emergency room that night, spent my birthday there. The cops came to me the next day. They said, "You want to press charges?" And I said, no, I don't want to press charges, because I said it's my lesson to learn. I should have been better than that moment. And so that was one of those moments in my career where it sucked. It was horrible, but I had to recalibrate and understand you can never let the audience get the best of you. It was a tough lesson. And it's also like one of those lessons where it's like, that was the macro lesson, right? Be better than the crowd. The micro lesson was sometimes when you say things like like cunt, it's gonna really trigger some people.
Yeah.
And that's the blowback from it. So the blowback from Chris Rock's minor, like it was a single. It was a foul tip of a joke. It wasn't even that good. It's like that's the one, but I think
tip.
you saw but you saw, I think, somebody who I think is mentally unstable snap in that moment.
I think if you're Chris Rock, your biggest regret is that you didn't get off like a 3 in that moment. That it was just like this, like you kind of like flubbed a transition layup, and then there was like I bet he wishes he had like.
Is there
really
a 3
gone
to be had though, or is the only win to do what he did, which is just like make Will Smith look totally insane?
Oh no, I agree. Yeah, I mean the preceding joke.
I
think
that the joke wasn't better.
Yeah, the joke was like a real sniper
It felt like
shot.
a throwaway. Like I don't even know if that was written. I don't know how the Oscars works, how scripted everything is.
Yeah.
But it felt like maybe he's just good at it. But he was just. It felt like just a throwaway.
Right.
I
line.
think it sounded like a riff, actually.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Because he was talking to Javier Bardem and his wife, and then right next to him, and he saw her, and I think that seemed unscripted.
Yeah.
It was a cute little joke. It was
fine.
okay. Nothing.
Yeah. It's
But I
almost
think-
like everyone in Hollywood is deeply unstable. What? Wait a second. Wait a second. That's bizarre. That doesn't add up.
That's why he's here. He comes in late and right off the bench.
I'm sorry. This
Right?
podcast is important to me. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, yeah.
No, but you think about Will Smith. I mean, the guy got demasculated. Think about this: like, who has a conversation with their wife on a podcast about your wife banging like somebody, like having an affair or just like a physical, and then you like that's behind closed doors. Any rational human being would do that behind. They put that out there, and then ever since then, this guy's getting pounded, getting made fun of, all these jokes, and I think that was it. That was the final straw for him.
Yeah, it's people are like, well, so you'll let your wife, sleep with other people, but in that moment, like that's what really set you off.
Right.
It's like it's the collective, like it's the straw that broke the camel's back, right? It's like it's this collective shit he's been dealing with for the past few years, and now it's always something very. Like a bar fight never happens over something like some huge thing.
Right.
It's like some little thing sets someone off. And then
Some shoulder bump and
and it seems like, why would you get mad over that? It's like, well, it goes back to when that guy's uncle touched him when he was a kid. It's like it's this like 10 years have been leading up to this moment. You know what I mean?
Come again?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rewind that and
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
yeah.
I think he's a vessel of love. That's what I think. And I think God told him to.
That was the craziest part, right?
The speech made, just like the syntax of it made no sense. Like if you read the transcript of it, you're like, I have no idea what he's trying to say in this speech. And he's crying, and it's just like, it's kind of sad to watch somebody who I grew up like loving, and you're like, oh, he's having a meltdown on
It was the
national
most
television.
poetic way to not have accountability, right? I mean, imagine like a dude slapping his woman, and she's like, "Why would you do that?" I am a vessel of love. Okay, God gave me. It's like you'd be like, "What the fuck is going on?" He just smacked a dude in front of the world, and we all had to watch it from the Japanese version. Remember on Twitter?
Oh, yeah.
It was the Japanese that came through.
We don't get that
Fucking
Twitter,
Asians,
Steve.
of course.
Only you have that Twitter.
That's
we don't
right.
have we don't.
They sent it to me personally, and I gave it to the world. I said, "God,
You're a vessel of love."
Japan called it." Yeah.
I'm a vessel of love, and by that I mean I'm completely hollow on the inside. Yeah, I feel bad for Will Smith because he's clearly a gay man, right? Like, I think that's the situation. I really do.
His opinions are his own.
Yeah, I think he's deeply closeted, and he doesn't know what to do with that.
Got it.
I really do feel that way.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
I mean, I know you guys are looking at me like I'm wrong, but trust me.
No,
5 years, you're going to be like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow, he really knew what he was talking about. So clip this up, put it in the time capsule.
Well,
5 years from now.
In 5 years,
You'll be
when
like,
we're all
wow, that
canceled because we
kid-
sat at this table.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all working at Home Depot together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Actually,
guess
would
we
be
can do
fun.
comedy again.
Yeah,
Three of
that-
us doing Home Depot.
That would actually be pretty
kind of
fun.
a fun life.
Yeah.
You're dressed like you just
Yeah.
came from it.
I'll tell you this, our birthdays would be happier if we worked at Home Depot.
That is true. We might get to take our birthday off every once in a while.
Dude, you know what I thought was
Somebody would be
hilarious?
at the birthday, I'll tell you that right now.
What's the son's name? Is it Jaden?
Jaden.
Jaden. Do you remember the tweet Jaden put? This is how we do it.
That's how we do it.
And then somebody tweeted Jaden getting his ass kicked in Karate Kid by all those Asian kids. That was his response. Oh, fuck. I laughed so fucking hard. That was my favorite part of the whole thing, was seeing every comedian coming off the bench
Yeah.
and just taking big swings. Big fucking swings. It was fucking great. I loved it. I was like, this is when I love being a comedian. This was awesome. So many great tweets.
Yeah, Twitter's fun on days.
Nikki
like that.
Glazer's, did anybody check on Demi Moore? That was a great one.
Yeah, it was the first time I was, I kind of get Twitter.
Yeah.
Because that's where I ran to when that happened. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
go, I got to see what everybody's saying. Like, I totally get it. I was on there for hours.
The last time Twitter was that good was during the Capitol, when they stormed the Capitol.
yeah, that was
that was the last day it was that good.
Yeah.
Like, that was the funny. I remember on the day.
So anything communal and horrible
yeah.
is when you go to Twitter, basically.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's when you go to Twitter's. You're like, I want to see like a black teenager. Like, what's his take on this? Like, he's gonna have the funniest take.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
That's
Well,
what-
I know you guys asked me before we get into these videos, have you guys had an experience yourself on stage where it got physical?
we had one together almost.
You too?
Yeah, that's the worst one I've had was Chance antagonized this woman for 20 We were doing
Well,
a show
to be
together.
fair, Chris Ivy
this story
also
ended in-
antagonized her.
Does this story end in an Eiffel Tower?
Oh yeah.
Just curious. Okay. Gets physical.
Sign up for the Patreon for that.
Yeah. Get behind the paywall. No, we did a show in Hoover, Alabama,
Right.
at the Stardome. You ever play the Stardome?
Sure, yeah.
Oh yeah. And I was opening for Weber, and
Yeah.
then so the host gets up there. I'm featuring. The host gets up there. Woman is yelling at him. I think he like antagonized her or vice versa. Whatever. It's a silly situation. The moment I go up to feature, before I take the mic out of the stand, she's like, "Oh, who's this pussy?" I'm like, okay, all right. And then I, throughout my whole set, I had to like go back and forth with this lady. And
She kept going.
They were not only disruptive, they were combative
Yeah.
and mean from the get-go, from the start of the show. You're forgetting the host who went before Chris Ive. It's just like 45 minutes at this table
like a
just
spirit
being
walker.
the worst.
Spirit walker.
And I'm off stage and I'm watching Chance and he's just kind of trying to plow through
You look
it.
over at security and security's like this.
yeah, I'm plowing through.
It wasn't the club's fault. They got kicked out. But
Yeah.
Chance, it gets to a point where Chance just has to. It's tough. You know this. It's tough when it's the table right in the front.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like a you problem because it's not really bothering the room. But
Yeah.
they took it to a point where the whole room hated it. It's all black people in the room except for this white table in the front. And they're the worst.
And they're like, they're deep South white people. Like, they're the kind of people you don't even know exist if you don't live in the South. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, you know what I mean? Like,
They're the kind of people comics don't see these people if they only come to Huntsville.
exactly.
You got to go a little bit further south.
Yeah, a little. Like, these guys are like,
And Chance is getting off some good lines. He's going, watch out for these school shooters up. I mean, he's making fun of this table.
I'm making fun of them, and
You're doing good for a pussy.
for a total pussy,
Yeah.
I do all right. That's in my bio. But yeah, so and then also, like you were talking about, you're kind of like you have like that thing in your head. You're like, all right, this is like a learning moment
Sure,
for
yeah.
me. All you want to do is just like scream at these people.
Yeah.
But you got to like, it's my responsibility as a feature to make Aaron look good and have that, like, set him up. It's not
Sure.
my show.
Right.
It's not about me. So in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, this isn't about you. This isn't about you. Just, try to get through this as best you can and get off stage. And so Weber
Sure.
can have a good show. And I get through it, and then Weber goes up.
Yeah, and they're getting kicked out as I'm getting brought on stage.
Good.
So it's a big table, and they're getting the table to leave.
And then they came back in during the check spot.
Yeah. And it's his birthday.
So I'm up there. I have to start the set, but there's this huge table right in the front getting kicked out. So I said the most benign I was just like, hey, I'm sorry to see y'all leave or something. And this woman just storms the stage, finger wagging,
she's like
yelling at me. I used to like you. You suck. And I don't even, what are you getting mad at me for? I'm the only one that hasn't said
He's
anything to you.
objectively the nicest guy on the show.
So they're getting kicked out, and it's an all-black room except for this table that's getting kicked out. So they love it. They're going nah, 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 and I'm just trying to Anyway,
They had their keys out like it was the end of a basketball game. They did. It was crazy.
Anyway, long story short, they got kicked out, and then they went in the lobby and fought the entire staff, that whole table.
Yeah.
No, what?
Unbeknownst to us, we have to finish the show. I mean, this is 2 minutes into a 45
So did the wait
minute set.
staff.
Yeah, dude, people were coming out of the kitchen fighting. It was incredible,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
It was like one of those Taco Bell 3 a.m. videos we see on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
fucking God.
You know what's fun is it's something like that where it's so black and white who's literally in this case, but it's so black and white who's right and who's wrong.
Sure.
You
Right.
just know that these people are in the wrong. I think they said a racial slur at one point in the lobby. It
They
just
did,
became
yeah.
a huge thing. So that's the closest I've gotten to being attacked because I'm like the least combative person ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like a coward in that way.
Sure.
But
a
that
coward,
just
you're-
shows you
yeah.
it's like it doesn't even matter. Some people are at their worst
Yeah.
at a comedy show.
What we've decided to do for the rest of our
Sometimes
lives,
the comics
we see
are-
people at their worst every night.
I had one where I attacked.
Yeah.
I was at the Comedy Store in the dark days. This is like 2004, 2005. When nobody was coming to the store. Nobody was. So the main room, they never even opened it. Now
Yeah.
it's sold out on a Tuesday.
Right, now
But the main
they've-
room, nobody, and the OR was the only room in operation. Belly room, fucking forget about it. Nobody was there. In the OR, we couldn't even start a show on a Friday until 12 people were, or 10 people were in the. So we'd be waiting all night, and then finally you get 10. It's like, oh, we can start the show. It was awful, awful. Yeah. So I remember being there like on a Wednesday or whatever, and this guy. So I'm introduced, and I go up on stage, and as I'm walking up, a table of like 4 Asian people get up and walk out. And before I get to the microphone, I grab the microphone. This guy in the back of the room goes, "Hey, your friends just left." I go, "What?" He goes, "Your friends just left." And I'm looking over. I go, "Oh, because they're Asian, because I'm Asian, you think they're my friends?" Now, this is what set me off. He's eating chicken fingers, and after he said, he goes,
It's the audacity of the thing.
I go, because they're Asian. He goes, "Yeah," and he's smacking his fingers. I go, "Fuck this guy."
Like he's Henry VIII. Dance, clown.
I saw red. I don't know what happened that day, but I just saw red, and I was like, "Fuck this." And I go, "Maybe I'll go outside and meet him." He goes, "Yeah, maybe you should." I go, "Well, why don't you come on out?" He goes, "Okay." And so the way the OR is situated, it's like a kind of like a rectangle. So I get off stage and I walk towards the exit. He's walking, and as soon as we met, we just grabbed each other, and I got him down, and I start wailing on him. But his buddy came up behind, again, like these massive iron things, whatever. His buddy takes a table, and he's going to crack me. Brett Ernst tackled the guy.
Oh, wow.
And then all the other comics came out and broke it all up. And, I'm like Ralphie, I'm like, "What's a fucking Asian fucking fight?" And I got pulled off of him. And the manager called me the next day. He's like, "Dude, I get it. I understand. You can't be doing that shit." And again, it was a lesson on the flip side of it all. Going,
Yeah.
Again, you think you'd learn your lesson from the first time.
I was about to say on the last story, he was
Yeah.
like, and I learned my lesson that night. And he's like, 6 months later, I'm
Yeah.
back there, iron chair to the head. I'm back in the emergency
Oh,
room.
fuck,
I'm
I'd
not
be-
pressing charges.
I'd be eating out of a straw if Brett Ernst wasn't there. That's for fucking sure.
SueTheCollector.com. Did we read it this time? I don't know. I missed that. Read it.
So that was another time, and that was a lesson where I was like,
Yeah.
it was one of those things where that guy could have pressed charges. I'm sure.
Right.
Everything got swept under the rug. I could have gotten banned from the store, which was like, when you're a young comic, the club is your identity.
Right.
And I was just like, you're a fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. So those two lessons were very pivotal in understanding.
Those two or three,
Control the room,
5,
but
6 lessons.
that's right. So very excited about today. Obviously, we've been discussing
This is gonna be
interactions with the crowd, spurred on by Chris Rock and Will Smith, and we have assembled via our wonderful producers, George Taylor and Adrian, some great clips. So I'm not sure exactly what. Okay, they're in the envelopes, so this is not typical with. Okay, here we go. This is Kenny Moore.
Kenny Moore.
Oh, man.
This is one of the first videos I remember seeing of like this actually happening, because YouTube comes around and comics were uploading stuff, and this is one of the first things I remember seeing where I was like, holy
Oh, is
shit.
this the guy with the
Didn't this
guitar?
happen? Yeah, didn't this
yeah.
happen way pre-internet, right? This is...
I believe so, yeah.
clip looks old.
And there's
yeah.
a resurgence of it.
So this is Kenny Moore. I think most comedians have seen this, but I have not seen this in a long time.
I haven't either.
It's
This
so
is gonna be
great.
a real treat.
Oh,
yeah.
it's so, I watch it once a week.
We should do that. This should be the podcast every week. We should just watch bad comedians get in physical altercations.
First off, he's a guitar act, so it's like, ugh.
Kenny, man, what's your name? Asshole. Boy, you ain't shitting, but
You ain't shit in bed.
yeah, I'll tell you, if you guys don't shut the fuck up, about 200 people are gonna beat the living shit out of you. And I ain't kidding.
Crowd's on his side.
Yeah.
Because we got people who can just take you out here so fast, man. It'll be like you out in the parking lot going, huh? I know. It's the okay state. I seen your license plate. Oklahoma's okay. It's like, may not be Nirvana, man, but by God, it's okay. I don't know, if you're in Oklahoma, is that what you're Oklahomanian? I guess if you were gay, you'd be in Oklahoma. Kind of like this guy.
Hey.
But you know.
Hey.
No, really, don't mess with me.
writing
'Cause
some
I
of
don't
these
come down
down.
to the bus station and slap the dick out of your mouth when you're working, do I?
Hey.
Oh, get
Going for blood. Oh, shit, here we go. And he puts the pick back in.
Cool, calm,
I'm sorry,
collected.
man. The guy fucking came at me. What do you think, folks?
No.
All right, show's over. Oh, that's so great, dude. There's so many things about that.
Just the crowd turning on him is the worst.
That's what's so remarkable about it is 10 seconds ago, you heard the crowd. He's like doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The crowd's on his side. And then as soon as he does that, they're like, that was uncalled for. Somebody yelled
What do you
that.
think, folks?
Yeah.
No.
The guy came at me. What do you think, folks?
I love the
No.
wind-up. The one, you just see it there. You see it there, you're like, oh, fuck, please, let it go.
Oh, it's so similar to what happened at the Oscars the other night because everybody thinks this is a bit.
Right.
Until
That's right, yeah.
the split second where it's not. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, what just
Right.
happened?
Yeah. I love that he put the pick back in, though. That was so
That
fucking
was
funny.
very funny.
Like,
Professional.
It's such an interesting move to, as a guitar comic, to hit somebody with your guitar because they're like, what do you do the rest of your act?
it's
You know?
well, he knew.
The show's over.
Yeah, show's over.
The show's over. The guitar's destroyed. Incredible, dude.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever heard of him since?
I think Connor opens for this guy, right?
It's Rodney Carrington.
Oh, okay, that's right.
What I heard, I went
dive?
down a weird rabbit hole about this
Yeah.
guy, and he, believe it or not, took some time off of comedy. After he was arrested, spent I think a couple nights
he got
in
arrested
jail
for this?
For this,
No.
yeah. And he actually, not to spoil the good fun, but I think he was a veteran and had like severe anger problems after he got back. So he like committed himself to the VA after this. He's like, I got anger issues.
What
that
else
doesn't
is
mean
he
the
supposed
clip
to do,
isn't
though?
hilarious.
If the guy came up, right, and socked him, you'd be like, well, what do you? As a comic, it's like
Yeah.
once they invade that space, I think he's got every right to do exactly what he did.
You got to drop back in the pocket, let him come on stage.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
right.
that he's on the ground. He's still an audience member when he attacks him, but once he's on the stage, now he's an assailant.
You
now
think
you
that's
got
the-
him. That's the move. You got to let. That's what.
Rules of engagement.
If Chris Rock had come to Will Smith while he was still in the audience, we'd be having a much different discussion.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
That's true. Okay.
I just
Proximity.
think my instinct
Proximity.
is I always side with the comic on this. You just know, I mean, this is only a 2-minute clip. You know this is 20 minutes of that table being so annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can hear I don't know what room this was. You can tell what kind of room it is just by the crowd. And you're like, golly, this is probably, maybe the 4th show of a weekend. He's just miserable.
Shit gig.
Yeah.
Don't even
And-
have a sign.
Yeah, this is a Sunday show for sure. It's his birthday. It's just this is
And the table's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
And the guy, who knows what the guy would have done if he came on stage? It's like, who knows?
Oh yeah, he could have.
But I
Really hurts it.
completely side with Kenny Moore on this.
Yeah,
I think if you're coming up, he doesn't know what the fuck's going to happen.
Yeah.
And he fucking bashed him with a guitar. It's
I know.
fucking Great.
Kenny Moore. How about a little Kenny Less? You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, folks. The guy came right at me. What do you say, folks?
What do you think? No. That's how you know you're really freaked out when even that horrible crowd is like, that was admittedly an overreaction, right?
Yeah.
When they're like,
And they do say something just like that. Yeah.
It's so weird, that pendulum swing, though, like you said, within a second,
Yeah.
they're on his side. You're going to have 200 people beating the fuck out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then he comes on stage.
God. He just
Cracks
goes
him and they
for it.
just bolt on him. They just fucking bolt him.
Yeah, okay, show's over.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine driving
His,
home that night.
his immediate regret
Oh,
is
dude.
the funniest part.
And
He's coming at me.
Did it used to be a big thing after, like, when comedians are on the road that you would call each other late night and just kind of talk about the gigs? And I always hear about late night phone calls with comics. I feel like that doesn't happen anymore. I'm just wondering, he gets back to his hotel, he calls his buddy. How'd the shows go? Well, I think I'm going to take some time off from comedy, actually.
I bludgeoned a man to death.
Imagine calling the wife.
Oh, man.
Because you're struggling, getting by, probably
Yeah.
doing stand-up just barely, and she's like, "Oh, you're still doing that?" And then, okay, I guess I'll be supported. It's like that's one of those things where it's like you got to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
you
stop
gotta
this shit.
You gotta figure it out.
This is probably like a $600 weekend somewhere,
Yeah, and the guitar is probably $400. He's like, "Fuck."
Oh, yeah, he's got
Whole weekend's a goddamn loss.
got to get a new guitar now, too.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Holy shit.
You're right. Putting the pick back is very funny.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Starts tuning it a little bit. You're like, nah, the show's over, man.
All right, Kenny Moore. I give that a 10 out of 10.
That's
10 out of 10.
That's as good as it gets.
Kenny Moore, what are you? Yeah. I'd hate to follow that.
Yeah.
Who do we have?
Kenny Moore, call in. You
Yeah,
know? Yeah, come do the podcast.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart has one?
Kevin Hart. Oh, I know a Kevin Hart story. Big J. Okerson used to do a room in Jersey, and no, it was Kevin Hart's room. It was Kevin Hart's room, and Big J goes up, and he's the only white guy performing that night, and he is bombing, straight up bombing. They're hating everything he's saying, and Kevin goes up on stage, and Kevin's always a hustler, but he's also a sweet guy. He's like, "Hey, guys, this is my boy, Big J. Let's show him a little respect, everybody, okay?" He came all the way, thwap, buffalo wing, a flat, sticks right to his, stayed.
It's not the stick. It's like those guys who
Big J couldn't stop
you wear the
laughing.
Velcro suit and jump on the wall.
Oh, man. That's so great.
And Big J say he might have fucking plated it, but he laughed so hard.
Yeah.
That's so goddamn funny. All right. I mean, I love Kev. Kev's a hustler. I don't know what this is about, but this is, I guess, a story about it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't like the pressure that women put on men. I think women put way too much pressure on men. They do. Y'all don't even realize how much pressure you put on men. Is that your lady right there, man? All right, how long y'all been together? All right, so you know what I mean when I say pressure. Like she expects a lot from you. She wants you to provide for her and protect her. Whether you realize it or not, she do. Like right now, if a fire break out, right now, big ass fire, go up in flames. First thing she gonna do is look at you like, oh. And you gotta come up with a plan in her mind, you know? Baby, get on my back, I'm gonna bust us out of here. She wanna hear something stupid like that. Bitch, you better stop, drop, and roll and find that exit. I'm scared too, but that's what women want. Women like that security. I'm a great provider, I got money, I can pay for stuff. I don't mind that. I'm not a protector. That's where I'm like not that guy. You know what I mean? Like women, you want every
Yo,
guy
are
to
we gonna
fight
see
for
this
you.
guy
That's
get
not
hit in the
me.
face, or is he just pontificating?
Say that I am. I will never pretend.
We're gonna sit here and act like I love this bit?
who I
What are
am.
we doing?
Prime example, let's say me and you go to the movies, right? We're at the movies, we're having a good time. Out of nowhere, some guy come up, smack you in the face real hard.
Fuck, men and women do
if
be
you
different.
with me, then you just got smacked. That's something that just.
Trashing the goat right now?
I mean, all right. I'm not gonna do nothing about it. Now, we can talk about it when we get in the car. Let's figure out why it happened and see what we can do to prevent it from happening again. But as far as me like just going and doing something about it, I'm not gonna fucking do it. Because if he didn't care about your face, I know he don't give a fuck about mine. That's common sense. Two black eyes ain't gonna get us home. Somebody got to drive. That's what I'm good at. I'm a witness. I saw everything. When he hit you, I got behind the vending machine because I didn't want him to know that we were together. It's none of his business who I'm with. I can't believe he kicked you when you failed. That's where I got upset because you gave up. You didn't want to fight no more.
He's crushing.
Yeah. God, it's a great special, man.
It's like,
It's funny.
is that Laugh at My Pain?
Grown Little Man, maybe? One of those? I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, so, I mean, just, he's one of those guys you hear like, oh, I could read a phone book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just anything he does. He's so goddamn funny, so likable.
Everything he does
He's
is funny, yeah.
But I think the point of that, I guess, was, physical altercation, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Will Smith sticking up for Jada. By the way, it is weird, right? Like, I mean, everybody pointed out he laughed first, and then she kind of laughed. And then...
That's a good point.
And then she stopped laughing.
Right.
And he picked up on it and just must have just flipped because this girl flipped.
Yeah.
I think that's another thing. Again, I think it goes back.
He was
to
like,
the
what would
point
a
of,
straight guy do in this situation? He saw his brain shift. Wait a second. I gotta grab a Red Bull. I'll be right back.
Sorry. All right. Comic assault montage. I'm very excited.
Oh, now we're cooking. All right.
see it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Comic assault montage. By the way, the Kevin Hart bit, I give him a 9 out of 10. I could watch
Yeah,
him all
9
day.
out of 10. Yeah.
He's just fucking hilarious. I love him. Comic assault montage. I'm very excited about this.
Oh, Caparulo starting it out.
Caparulo starts strong.
I know this clip.
To appreciate like certain architecture and shit like that, like more than I do, but it never, I don't get it. Like the Washington Monument. I'm like, somebody got paid to design that shit? It's a fucking pencil. I mean, that's it. It's just a big fucking cement pencil. Some people think it looks like a dick, but I think they're saving that design for Trump's monument. No, fuck you, stupid, all right? What are you, his fucking mom? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, God, am I the first one to dislike Trump? Oh, my God, I must have invented disliking Donald Trump. Hey, on your way out, remember, you can suck my balls anytime you want, all right? Fucking break up my show, lady. You know what? You come up here and do this shit, and yeah, I will go fuck. That hurt a little bit. All right.
The audience is turning on each other.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, God, that was...
It's so sad always having to watch the guy like put himself back together and be like, all right, we got to keep the show going.
But no, like...
All right.
There was no, like... It was like how my grandfather would react. Not a man in his 30s. Like, how dare you do that? Just like, I don't know. But she threw a glass at him.
Yeah.
He grabbed the stool. Like he was going to chuck it.
Yeah.
Did it look like he was doing that as a joke, or do you think that was like maybe right when he started it was genuine, and then he...
I think it was genuine, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
And then
think
he was
it's
like, I'm not this guy. All right. What are you doing, man? This is why she left. You're doing it again.
You know what sucks? The worst part about that is the mic got unplugged. So now you got to plug the mic back in.
So many things went wrong at once, yeah.
That's the worst when the mic gets unplugged. But then, holy shit, dude. Chance. Welcome back to 8th grade. All right, is there another one? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that one, though?
That's a great one. Yeah, that's one of the Mount Rushmore of these clips for me.
That's an easily recoverable
Yeah.
one to
I
recover.
was wondering
You
how
can still
much
have a
time.
show after
How much
that.
time do you have left in the? This feels like the show is about to end. I don't know.
That was Comedy Magic, so he's doing a 15-minute spot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is this?
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
Legion
What
of
is
Some of
this?
the funniest stand-up I've ever seen.
It's amazing. It's amazing how alcohol doesn't affect some people.
So I did mushrooms today. It's fucking cool. So anyways, Blockbuster, do you...
Dom just gets up.
Do you remember that shit? Blockbuster! What the fuck? Netflix! Netflix is better than Blockbuster, right? Fuck!
It's a good premise.
Just deleting that out of my notes app.
Fuck Blockbuster! You're gonna suck my dick!
Not the saxophone.
That's a minute. Kyle, relax. Look at me over
Give
here.
it a minute!
Look at me over here.
Dude,
Hey, Tony.
taxi versus Uber. Uber's awesome.
Hey,
Kyle,
Tony.
you gotta listen. Start listening. Stop talking.
Why don't you listen
Kyle,
to me?
Hey, Kyle.
Kyle.
Tony, can I just say Blanca from Street Fighter looks pretty rough?
All right, fuck you, bitch.
Get his ass.
Back on! Let's...
Oh, okay. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Okay, dude.
Kyle.
All right, bro.
Kyle, over here.
Shut up, dude.
Yeah, dude. Get his ass. Get his ass.
All right. Why don't you,
Kyle,
fucking
Kyle, over here.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Kyle, everything's okay, Kyle. We're gonna
No,
let you go.
I was saying.
So how long have you been doing stand-up?
Hashtag what?
How long have you been doing stand-up?
I haven't done it in 9 months, but I've fucking been. I was gonna go back to it.
Okay.
Damn.
Sal gone back
I
on
thought
track.
if I want to be a comedian, I should go to LA or New York. So
What do you do, Kyle?
He's a full-time garbage pail kid.
Kyle, over here. Kyle. Whoever's working here. You
Watkins protecting the sacks.
I didn't know Wagner
Yeah,
did
he's
kill
fine.
Tony.
Wow, Kyle Long, everybody. Just some guy tripping on mushrooms. Don't clap for him.
Back on the first fight in Kill Tony history!
Wow. Man.
Well, Jeremiah handled that pretty well.
Jeremiah
Yeah.
Watkins is a master of
He did
handling
very
the
well.
energy. Yeah.
He kept his sacks at a distance. He kept jokes
Yeah.
going. That's
Yeah.
Right.
He
that's
didn't
different,
damage his
right?
instrument. Kenny Moore could not. He would have never been able to handle.
He didn't hit him with the
pressure.
saxophone. What do you say, folks?
Yeah.
I feel bad for that kid. When I
one?
really think about it, that kid's on mushrooms. He shouldn't be there.
He shouldn't be on
Yeah.
stage at
That's
all.
what I'm saying. Yeah,
Horrible.
he should not be up there, and now he's just gonna live with that forever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's also like you shouldn't get up. You're not even prepared. You
I
have
know.
jokes.
I know.
That's the real insidious thing about Kill Tony is that you see when you go to a shitty open mic, you see all these people who are like, I'm gonna try stand up, and it's maybe like a 6-month period in their life. It's incredibly full of shame, and it's just like they're clearly they're at the rock bottom. They're like struggling with substance abuse. They're at the darkest period of their life, and they decide to do stand up for whatever reason because there's this link between like narcissism and whatever being at the lowest point in your life, right? Then Kill Tony is like, we're gonna take that moment and put it on YouTube, you know, and then this thing that should just live in like, well, yeah, your dad when he was 16, he was having a tough time and he thought he was gonna be a comedian.
Hold on.
Now that's on the internet forever.
Hold on,
know?
you feel bad about the set? Read the comments.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
That'll cheer you up.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I'm sure they're probably generally supportive. You know, Legion of Skanks fans are usually pretty empathetic people.
Is there another assault clip? Oh, how many?
man,
How
I
many
love
assault
this
clips do we
video.
have? 4. Okay, so what was that? 2? Oh, beautiful. Here we go. Can't wait to do this next one.
Yeah,
Good
this
job,
is
Watkins.
great.
That was great.
Hang on.
Whoa, right
shit.
to it.
Oh,
Hey, get him off you, cuz.
Wow.
Damn.
wow. Can you
That
show
got
that
right
again?
to it. Who
Can you
was
show
that?
again? Because who was it? That's Jim
No.
Jefferies.
Jim Jefferies.
I'll tell you, Jim ducked the first two.
Yeah.
The only shots the guy got in was on the back. Jim ducked. Let me see that one more
What
time.
club is this? Can you tell by the backdrop? Is this
I think it's the Comedy Store. Ducks it. Now he's just getting. There you go.
I can't read the sign because that stupid Art Deco font. What
I think
is
it's
that?
a Comedy Store in Australia.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Wow. So Jim, by the way, Jim not only got he's doing it, but he kept his head down the whole time. He never looked up. And then he saw an opening in the curtain at the very end. You see him just duck right out.
That's like happened to him a lot, though, right? Manchester Comedy Store.
Comedy Store?
In England. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Manchester,
crazy.
Tennessee. All right, hey, come on.
It's tough when you don't see the context for it at all.
Yeah, I'd
mean,
love to see what preceded it, right?
Not that anything would justify that, but the clip just
Yeah.
starts.
The
He's
only
already
thing-
on the stage.
The only thing that would justify it if right before that, he was like, I really wish somebody would come up and hit me in the face. Like that. Would someone please come up and try to fight me? That guy's just a really nice guy. He's like, all right, dude, I mean, I don't want to do this. I'm not really that guy, but this guy... I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah, as long as it's not on camera. Just don't get on camera. I'll do it.
Oh, man.
That was fucking great. I'm glad that it's grainy, so you can't really tell it's Jim Jefferies.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised Jim didn't throw a few haymakers. I'm surprised he just kind of it was more defensive in that moment. But
Woo-wee.
that dude looked a little sloshed coming up there too.
I'm just just thinking about how horrible this would be if it happened.
That's
to
every
you.
guy's worst nightmare. Every
Yeah.
comic's worst nightmare right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It actually happening. And I think that was one of the things, the blowback from everything was, is this going to give people license? It's like, shut the fuck. I really doubt that. It's such
I doubt
a
that as well, yeah.
hyper meta kind of incident. It's not like everybody, it's not like Joy Behar is going to be at fucking Bananas this weekend. Like,
Joy Behar
waiting
and Go
to get-
Bananas would be amazing.
By the way, her getting attacked would be my favorite. I would spank to that all day. I'd love to see Joy Behar get her fucking ass whooped. Oh, fuck. Anybody, please.
Did you ever see her? Did you ever know her as a stand-up?
No.
Wasn't her Whoop? And so it was her and Whoopi.
She does
are both-
stand-up?
She was a stand-up comedian. Oh, okay.
Fucking awful.
Joy, if you're around, I'd love to open for you. I got a birthday coming up, so we can make this happen.
Well, that video is disturbing. It's so quick, you almost don't get a chance to digest it.
Yeah.
But that is every comic's living nightmare.
Right.
I've never had that happen. I hope it never happens. And I'm sorry it happened to Jim Jefferies, who I really respect. I think that guy's a great
Yeah,
fucking
he's
dude.
awesome.
Really, really great dude. But I could understand if somebody pissed off the audience, there's probably a handful of people we could put on a list and Jim might be in the top 10.
Yeah,
For sure.
that feels right. That feels right. He's
All
so
right.
he's so funny though.
Do we have another? This is the last one of the comic assault montage. Here we go.
Comic assault
One
montage.
more.
Oh, you're so pretty. What's your name? Rachel. Are you with George?
Yeah.
Oh, you should not be with him. You should be with me. I love you long time. Come for the seminar.
Is this Steve at the Comedy Store?
Me so horny. Me so horny.
Oh!
Yo. Get him off. Come on.
Whoa, dude. This is the darkest
Wait,
one.
Yeah,
Can I
that's the
see that
darkest
again, please?
one.
I got to watch that again. I gotta take it all in. Sorry. I walk me through the minutia. Get my fork and knife. Give me a lobster bib.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fully prepared for this. I want seconds.
Oh, you're so pretty.
Okay, hold on.
What's your
We're at the
name?
Laugh House.
Okay, pause
Yeah,
it.
pause it. Yeah.
Oh, you're so pretty. So he put on the Asian Coke bottle glasses.
So he's got the
Right.
Coke bottle glasses.
Right.
Yeah.
He's doing an Asian impression.
And first of all, this is recent enough that somebody's filming this on their phone in the front row. This isn't from the 80s.
Right.
This is recent enough where people had cell phones. This guy's doing this.
Yes. And obviously doing a Ken Jeong impression. Okay, so sorry guys. Sorry, Ken. Where's my sorry, Ken. Okay. So he's doing a bad Asian impression. Asian couple in front.
Oh, God.
he's being incredible. This is the thing. It's got to be a joke, right? It's got to be a joke. Like when Michael Kramer drops the N-bomb, not even an attempt of a joke. This is
Michael
really-
Richards?
Michael Kramer.
Michael Kramer's the
Michael Kramer?
Yeah, isn't that like a finance
Kramer
guy?
Richards.
So I meant Kramer Richards.
Kramer Richards.
Yeah. Kramer Richards.
Yeah. Cosmo Richards. Yeah.
All right, so
That's
insulting the Asian woman in front. She's being a good sport. Ha,
Yeah.
ha, ha. Okay, here we go.
Rachel, are you with George? Yeah. Oh, you should not be with him. You should be with me. I love you long time. Come for the seminar.
God, what did he say?
Come to my seminar.
Oh, come to my seminar.
I love you
No, I
long
don't know what he
time.
said.
Come for the seminar.
Come to my seminar.
Now she's pissed. So she's giving George the Jada look.
Yeah.
That's what that look is.
Yeah, that's the Jada look.
Let's
She-
handle shit. This is the shit that Kevin Hart was talking about. Okay, I get it, George. We see it all. I'm putting it all together.
Yeah.
Now he's all in. Okay, here we go.
Man, you're so pretty.
Oh, God.
Oh.
I think that's where you as a guy would get a little pissed when he's, again, your proximity thing. You know, when
Yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah,
getting
yeah.
close
Leaning
to-
over
He's
the
leaning
table.
over.
Yeah, he's leaning over. He's getting in her face. She's pissed. Okay.
Yeah.
He's so horny. He's so horny.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Right
That'll
there.
do
Look
it.
at the. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Can you pause a second real quick? What I love is that it's a white guy with Coke bottle glasses impersonating an Asian, while an Asian with Coke bottle glasses, who is Asian, is beating the shit out of him. So there's a
Ponytail,
freeze
too.
frame right there where you can see.
Look at that. It looks
It's
like
like
he's
one's
picking
bald
a
overweight,
beetle
one-
off
yeah,
his jacket.
but-
Let me get that for you. He's got lint on his shirt. Let me grab that for you. The precision.
Hit it.
What the?
By the way, clean connection.
Yeah, you can hear it. You can
Great
hear the
punch.
slap.
Can we see the connection one more time?
Great
He
punch.
fucking got him right in the.
So what the?
Oh! Yes! Get him off. More of that. One more time. One more time. I love it. Asian on white. Oh! Asian on white crime. Asian on white. This is before the last year or two where it's everybody's beating the shit out of Asians.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Asians took it to the streets back then. Holy shit.
This is-
He
yeah.
beat the fuck out of Kevin Farley.
Yeah.
Sorry.
God. Oh, Kevin, if you're around, we'd love to work with you, man.
Just joking. Come to my seminar?
Yeah. Come to my seminar.
That's a great clip.
Yeah, that is a great clip.
That's
He deserved,
brilliant.
I'll say, I always side with the comic like you. I would side with the audience on this one.
Yeah, I don't feel bad
Yeah.
for that guy at all this
Me
time.
neither,
This
man.
guy's dancing. He's kind of like humping their table.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he crossed the line.
At some point, I just feel bad for the guy who's got to go up after him. You know what I mean? Because this is clearly like a showcase.
That's the headliner, dude. This is a tour.
It's a laugh house.
It's the Come to My Seminar tour. He sold out the Laugh House, dude.
Come to my seminar.
Yeah, I got to side with the audience. And it's not just because I'm Asian. I'm literally siding with the audience on this one. You have to. That dude was it was horrible.
It was horrific.
Yeah, we have to too in this political climate.
I would have liked to see him finish the bit. I will say that.
I just want to see where it's going.
If that was his act, I think most comics would want to beat the shit out of him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that guy's probably around their scene, shows up everywhere. They're like, oh, yeah, he's got the glasses with him today. Yeah.
He's just in the back. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right. Well, I got to say, of the comic assault montage, my favorite clip had to have been Asians fight back. I
That
love
was
that
really
dude.
good. Yeah.
And it was a
Yeah.
clean connection too. Fuck.
Yeah, they really ended strong on that compilation there.
Yeah. Good
That's
job on the
awesome.
compilation, guys.
Good work.
Great
Good
work.
work, guys. And the Kevin Hart thing was good because it set us up thematically. I didn't realize what was happening in the moment, but it was like, yeah, this is. That was a whole thing. We
Oh,
took us
yeah,
on a
yeah.
journey.
Oh, right.
We've been on a journey, man.
Well, we got a fourth clip here.
Ooh.
And I think, oh, okay, Chris Rock. I assume we're just going to watch a Chris Rock. Okay, this is just us watching Chris Rock.
Wait, what clip is this?
Well, we have to watch it.
What clip? What are we watching?
Here we go.
What happened, dude?
Whoa! Come to my seminar!
All right, Chris Rock. Any initial thoughts on Chris Rock, barring what you just saw a few nights ago?
All-time great.
Yeah.
He's my
definitely
favorite
Mount
comedian.
Rushmore.
Is he really?
He's really my favorite comedian, yeah.
I have to say, he's definitely, it's for me, it's always Carlin or Rock.
Yeah.
I always go back and forth between the two. I love Chris Rock.
Yeah.
I fucking love Chris Rock.
This special was on all the time when I was a kid. These were the first specials.
Is this Bring the Pain?
Yeah, I think no. Yes, it is.
All right, let's do it.
Gun control. Gotta get rid of the guns. Fuck that. I like guns. You got a gun, you don't have to work out. I ain't working out. I ain't jogging. You got pecs, I got texts.
Look at that suit.
You don't need no gun control. You know what you need? We need some bullet control. We need to control the bullets. That's right. I think all bullets should cost $5,000. $5,000 for a bullet. You know why? Because if a bullet costs $5,000, there'll be no more innocent bystanders. Be it. Be it. Every time somebody gets shot, you be like, damn, he must have did something. Did they put $50,000 worth of bullets in his head? And people will think before they kill somebody if a bullet costs $5,000. Man, I would blow your fucking head off. I could afford it. I'm gonna get me another job. I'm gonna start saving some money, and you a dead man. You better hope I can't get no bullets on layaway. So even if you get shot by a stray bullet, you won't have to go to no doctor to get it taken out. Whoever shot you, take their bullet back. I believe you got my property. That's right, man. See, everybody blame the kids is fucking crazy, and everybody want to be mad at the kids for shooting up the school. What about the parents? The parents. The parents is really fucked up, man. The damn parents need to go to jail for some of this sucking shit, man. You know that fucking shit.
Let me tell you.
That's where it is. You're just making a point.
That bit is so good.
Yeah.
It tells you. Oh.
That's right, relationships easy to get into. Hard
Oh, we're just gonna watch the whole special. I agree. Hold on, I want to hear what he's gonna say.
But that premise is so good.
Yeah.
It gives you so many great tags.
God,
upon it. That it all starts like you were talking about earlier. I mean, it was a shitty premise, but that premise is so airtight. I mean, just look at all the different angles he came out of it from that one premise, and that premise could have been the joke. That could have been it.
Yeah.
It kept going. It kept going. It kept going. It was fucking great.
He got all the meat off it. Like there's
All of
nothing
it,
left
yeah.
on it when he's done.
But created something out of thin air that never existed. It's not like you ever get your oil changed and
Right.
just 2 and 2, putting some algorithm together that doesn't make sense, and then all of a sudden justifying it with fucking brilliant thoughts. They're so good. I've seen this bit 1,000 times. It's one of the first bits I saw where I was like, holy shit. Like, I mean, there's bits that influence us, but this bit in particular is one of my favorite bits of all time of his. I've seen it, and I'm still laughing.
Yeah.
Still fucking
Still
laughing.
good. It holds up.
God, he's great.
Referenced on the internet 20 years later, still,
Yeah.
all the time. That
Yeah.
particular bit.
It had that thing we watched. I wish you'd been here, man. We watched a Jeff Foxworthy clip, and it was like the way he was dressed and something about it was like this came back around and it's cool again.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of the same with Chris Rock. You're like,
He was
this
like
is like how Billie Eilish would dress. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of comes all the way back around to like, this is kind of fucking cool again, you know?
Yeah,
It's
Foxworthy
that's
dressed
the-
like Randy Johnson on an off day. You know? 2 more days till that pitch. So
I know, dude.
Just Don Bahama, baby.
But then you look at like Bussin' with the Boys, and it's like they dress like fucking, they dress like John Madden now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I fucking love that
Big
bit.
dad shoes and stuff.
I love Chris Rock, and I cannot wait to see what he generates over the course of
Yeah,
next
it's gonna
year.
be good.
I wonder how, because I know he's got this new hour set in stone. I wonder if he's going to ditch some stuff and
That's
replace it, or do this and then go back to it. I wonder if he's going to keep it on the burner. That's
don't
what I
know.
wonder about.
Yeah, that's.
Or do you bang out the hour and then do like Chappelle did, where you do like a 20-minute kind of piece.
You know when you get
Yeah.
like a new bit you're
Oh,
real
yeah.
excited about, and
Yeah.
it's just like I don't want to do this old stuff. He might just get too excited. I don't know. I have no idea how he works.
I mean, he did a show two nights ago. I mean, it had been like 2 days, so
Yeah.
he didn't really have time to write like a great bit about it. But I'm sure he will. You
yeah.
have to. People are there. They want to hear him say that.
If-
He walked down and said, "How was your weekend?" And the place goes nuts.
Sure, of
so
course,
it's like
yeah.
you got to address it.
If I'm Chris Rock's manager, I'm like, we need this week. We do like a 20 to 30-minute thing like Chappelle released after that guy died in Black Lives Matter or whatever. But it's like we talk about the Will Smith thing. This week we shoot it, we get it up, cut it. Don't take time right. That's what I would prefer to see Chris Rock have a whole fleshed out hour about it. But if I'm his manager, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's get it out now.
Would be a year until he's able to like really.
I agree,
to generate and write all that material.
But I mean, with we will have forgotten about it in a year. You know what I mean? That's the only thing.
For sure. Yeah,
and people's attention span is so unfortunately short. You know.
Well, I got to tell you, this is one of the more entertaining, maybe most entertaining.
This was
pinatas
really
we've
fun.
done.
Yeah,
this was
great.
fucking hilarious.
This was great.
I know a bunch more of these, by the way. If you want to do another episode of these,
yeah.
Dude,
Dude,
I've got a folder on
Please
my
come
laptop.
back. Aaron is like a wealth of knowledge about like weird stuff that we could watch on the internet.
Oh, yeah,
like,
we'll-
it's so good having you.
We'll do another theme one, part 2,
For
and
sure.
we'll do another. You know, if you have any more themes you want to do, for sure. We can do it.
Yeah, dude, we could do a whole thing on like just crazy open micers.
Hey, we got some good stuff.
We got some good stuff, man. Yeah, thanks for coming on, man.
Of course.
SueTheCollector.com.
SueTheCollector.com, FightTheRepoMan.org.
As always, got to thank Aaron Weber.
Aaron Weber.
And
Great
Chance
Aaron
Willie.
Weber. Thanks,
Aaron,
bud.
where can they keep up with you?
AaronWeberComedy.com. It's my MySpace page.
MySpace page and a co-host on
The Nate Land podcast.
That's right.
You know, he
Nate
coded
Langan.
a MySpace page. It's not a real MySpace page. It just looks like a MySpace page.
You coded
Secret
it yourself?
genius, Aaron Weber. Yeah.
Oh shit! I
He
didn't know
can
you
code.
coded it.
He's a genius.
I'm not trying to brag. I did run the #1 Creed fan website when I was 9.
Secret genius, Aaron Weber.
MyOwnPrison.com.
My own prison.
And Chance, where do they keep up with you, bud?
ChanceWillie.com, Animal Secrets Podcast, and at Chance Willie across social media platforms.
There we go. Comedy Pinata. Thank you guys very much. Subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff. We'll be back next week live from Zanies in Nashville. Thank you guys very much. Take care.
Thank you. Woo. That was